Boom! Here we are. We are in studio. This is our Thursday night edition that is airing fresh Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Maybe 10 a.m. I don't know. It's Sunday, though. If you're not listening to it on Sunday, it's probably the beginning of the week. I am fresh off the plane from Phoenix, Arizona, and in studio today, a guy that was also in Phoenix, a guy that I didn't know before we went there, got there. We actually sat with each other as we were about to board the plane. Didn't talk to each other because we're not social. And then and then we get there. Show up to the event all the way to Phoenix. We left at 5 a.m. in the morning, got there the next day. So, Jesse Clouds, what's up, my brother?
Man, I'm just thankful to be on here, brother. And it's what a connection that we had, dude. Like, I seen a guy at the freaking airport, just jacked guy. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I've got my David Goggins in, just listening to getting some stuff ready to rock and roll before I jump on the plane. I'm like, dang, that dude's freaking jacked. Well, anyways, we get on the same plane and all that good stuff. Well, I'm at the event, 400 or 500 people at the arena, and that freaking, there's so many people there. And I see this one guy, I was like, bro, that's the guy that was on the plane. So I immediately had to go up and shake his hand. So it's awesome, Gunner. I'm glad to be here.
Dude, well, you look sharp. Love the suit. Looks like you just came off the car lot selling some cars and getting some deals done. Is that correct?
Always, baby. Cloud deals, best deals.
So give the audience a little bit of background about, who you are, what you're doing right now, and then we can jump into everything else.
Awesome. Okay, so I'm Jesse Cloud. I've been in the car business going on 3 years now. Started when I was 19. I'm 22 now. And I've really built up like a brand of just like taking massive care of customers, just killing them with kindness, being there for them. I mean, the passion is there, and like when the passion is there in something, people see that, man. I mean, I've got it really made. I've got it made. I mean, I get all repeats and referral business. So, that's just a little bit about me.
Did you tell them how old you were?
22.
22 years old. This kid's 22 years old. And balling. Now, when I say balling, I'm not talking about worldwide balling like we're about to hit the Billionaire Club. I'm talking about Chattanooga balling. But that's our goal.
That's it.
This podcast today, we're going to be talking about how the hell we get out of this Chattanooga mindset and get into the big picture mindset. Because we met at an event in Phoenix, Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona, Fountain Hills, Arizona, if you want to get specific with it, with Andy Elliott. Now, if you don't know Andy Elliott, I suggest you go check him out on YouTube. Andy Elliott is probably right now the leader in the automotive space when it comes to sales. But just like anybody that gets in that game, he's starting to branch off a little bit into just any type of sales. Like I've seen him, I think he was with a Ashley furniture store here recently. They were doing some sales, and I'm sure that he's dealing with real estate agents and insurance agents, and because selling is selling, and it's all the same thing. It's just a matter of how good you can possibly get. So we go to this event. Jesse's there, and Andy's there, and Brad Lee's there. It was an awesome event. If you can't get inspired by those two guys from the time frame of 8 o'clock in the morning to 5 p.m., then you're not either showing up, you're not listening, you're not paying attention, whatever it was. But really cool. And then he told me that he was in the car business, and he's at Mountain View Chevy.
Yep.
So I was telling you how my family, my brother-in-law is tied in with the Watson family and the Mountain Views. And I actually sold cars for 2 months at Mountain View Ford when I first came out of school, and then I jumped into logistics. But, what's your thought process just in Chattanooga? I mean, you went to the event. What was your takeaways from Andy's event?
I mean, the biggest part is for me, like, I figured out that I'm a fifth gear player, but I'm operating in third gear. You know what I mean? So, like, there's not a bunch of people that's in fifth gear around here, especially. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But, like, when you go out and you get in a bigger pond, say the ocean, you jump out of a small pond and get into an ocean, you see like, oh man, there's so much more potential.
Sure.
Like, the biggest thing from being around Brad and Andy is the people that you're around. They want it. Everybody in that building, dude, they just want to get better. They want to be the best. I mean, in Chattanooga, people would call me and you great, but how do we get to that unstoppable level? You know what I mean? I mean, we're good. Then there's great. How do you get to that unstoppable level? Yeah. You got to surround yourself with those people. You know what I mean? And once you surround yourself with those people, I mean, they say if you hang around crap, you start to stink. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's when you get around those people that's just fired up and they're just ready to get after it and just want to be successful. I mean, it's a game changer, man. I mean, I could sit here and I could tell every one of you, man, if you just do this, but until you get out there and you just surround yourself with that type of people, you won't know. It's mind blowing.
Yeah, I hear this a lot too. Hey, Gunner, why would you want to go to that conference in Miami or in Phoenix or anywhere the conference might be and spend all that money? What'd you learn? Like that's what people. Was it good? What'd you learn?
Yeah.
It's like, well, I took away some information, but also I just sat there and listened to two guys that are probably worth $100 million speak for 8 to 9 hours on exactly what it was they did to get there. So how do you get somewhere? Well, you have to listen to someone that's done it. So like if you're making, $10,000 a year, go learn from somebody that's making $100,000 a year. And then when you get to 100, go learn from somebody that's making 200. Then when you get to 200, go learn from somebody that's making 5. And then 5 to a million. And then to a million to 10. To 10 million to 50. To 50 to like that's how the game works. So I understand that. And I think it comes from our background in athletics.
Yes.
You got to be real coachable when it comes to these things. And if you're not coachable, you're not going to make it in sales. Because, one thing Andy was talking about, and Brad, was that, they're going to coach their people hard. They want to be coached hard. Even they want to be coached hard. Yeah. I would say that if you looked at it, I'd say, Andy looks to Brad as one of his mentors. Mm-hmm. So he's being coached in theory by him by holding himself accountable by what he's saying on stage because Brad's sitting there listening to it. Like, I can see how it's all kind of like working out in everybody's brain. But, dude, the energy in that building and the energy of his employees.
Oh, man.
Dude, so – like the creed they say and just the energy they bring in, and one thing I notice they all do, and you do a good job of it too, and I'm gonna do a better job of it, and I think this is the car sale aspect, is complimenting people.
Yeah. Like
the first thing you should do when you meet somebody is compliment them.
Yeah.
And if you can't compliment them, what are you doing?
Exactly.
So talk to me a little bit about car sales.
Okay.
Like, what's your car sales process?
Okay, well, I need to get in front of more people. Obviously, that's the one thing I need to work on, because like everybody that I'm selling cars to, I know them, or they know of me. They're referred to me. So, I need to get out there to where I'm getting in front of more people, not just people that know me or repeats and referrals. I mean, that's great. I mean, I sit there and people come to me and they reach out to me because, let's go back. 2 years ago, I manifested this. I said, I want to be the person of interest when someone thinks of buying a car. 2 years ago. Now, dude, I can't even go into the grocery store. I can't even go to the gas station without somebody going, hey, you're that Jesse Cloud. You're that Cloud boy. You're that one that sells them cars. Hey, you're the one that makes those videos. Hey, my aunt bought a car from you. Hey, I seen one of your videos. I seen you working out. Whatever it is. But that was my goal. Like, I wrote it down. I manifested it, and I wrote it day and after day and after day. And, like, before I even knew it, when I wasn't even writing it down anymore, it was true. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't even, like, for instance, I was in Trenton, Georgia. You ever heard of Trenton, Georgia?
Oh, yeah.
I was in Trenton, Georgia at Ace Hardware. I'm down there, checking out. I'm talking to there was a young lady that was working at the cashier. We're just talking about the checkout, and I hear, Jesse Cloud. Dude, I look over my shoulder. I'm like, what in the world's going on? He's like, hey, dude. He said, I know you. He run up to me, put his arms around me. I have no idea who this kid is. Put his arms around me. He says, Jesse, dude, look, I was watching your videos when you was working out, dude. I was remember your 40% rule, where your body, when you're saying your body and mind, your body wants to quit at 40%, or your mind wants to quit at 40%, but your body says you still got 60 more percent. He's like, bro, he said, I actually finished. I went 2 more miles after that, and dude, you've just inspired me. I've started working out. I've been watching all your content and stuff, dude. He just said, I just want you to know that I appreciate you so much. And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Me. Jesse Cloud, small town, grew up thinking small-minded.
Yeah.
I mean, not many people. I'm from Sand Mountain. If none of y'all didn't know that, graduated at North Sand Mountain. I mean, everybody there thinks very small-minded.
Yeah.
I mean, and when this kid run up to me, I mean, when I say kid, he's probably 18, 19-year-old working at Ace Hardware.
Yeah.
Wraps his arms around me, didn't even know me, and just told me like, man, Jesse, you've changed my life. I've actually started working out, and he said, I love watching your videos. I was like, wow. I wasn't even trying to impact people. I wasn't even trying to like have any type of impact. I was just being silly, working out. And I just felt like I needed to say that. So I picked up the camera and started recording, dude. It was crazy. And, it's uncomfortable doing that, man.
Picking the camera up and recording?
Bro, picking up the camera and recording it, it's so uncomfortable because you're worried about people, what people think about you, because you don't see many other people doing it.
What'd Brad say?
Don't give a about what anybody thinks about you. And that's something that I've actually started. I'm actually writing that down every day.
There you
now.
go.
Oh, so I've been crushing it on the phone, but usually like if I'm making a video and like I see somebody, I'm like, oh, I kind of get timid.
Yeah.
No more. I broke it today. I made probably 50 videos and I posted every single one of them on our website.
There you go.
And I was having people watch me. I asked the one lady one time, I said, hey, you want to get in this with me? No, I don't want to. I said, well, then watch this. Boom. Hit it. But it's just, and it just clicked with me. Like, I didn't get embarrassed, and I really didn't give a crap. I didn't give a about what I don't care.
What's it matter?
It doesn't matter.
What are they going to do? That guy's weird. And then walk away, and guess what? They're not going to think about you for the rest of the day.
Exactly.
That's what people get so caught up on. What did they think about me? Dude, they thought about you for 30 seconds, and then guess what? They walked away, and their phone rang. Exactly. They walked away, and their kid asked them for something. Mm-hmm. They don't care about you.
No. And even if they do, this is another thing that people say if somebody's making fun of me or something for making some type of video, they're still talking about you. You're still getting publicity.
Hey, Ethan, when did we get talked about the most?
Trying to think of the specific time you may be thinking of. When you talk shit?
Yep.
Oh,
so we went viral because there was a guy that was wrestling.
Yeah.
He got signed. I'd been on shows with him.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, he's 5'2".
Okay.
115 pounds.
Ooh.
Now, I do professional wrestling.
Yeah.
He got signed to a major promotion, and I shit on it all over it.
Oh.
And that was the first time that I went viral for professional wrestling.
Wow.
Out of all the nice things I've said about people, I've been mentored by the Ultimate Warrior. I've had WWE tryouts. I've been champions, Georgia Wrestler of the Year, Pro Wrestling Illustrated One to Watch for 2018. I said one bad thing about a little guy, and they all turned on me like that. Every single one of them. Because they all took that as a chance to like hype themselves up by saying that guy did bad, Trump. That guy did bad. We say this, I'm good, right? It was that mentality. So I get that, but also the more you can say and you can be polarizing, the more attention you can get.
Absolutely, man.
I'm doing the same thing right now in logistics. I'm big on LinkedIn. Are you on LinkedIn?
I am, but I need to be on it more. Like, I don't even know how to operate it.
So I'll tell you this. A lot of people say, I don't know what LinkedIn is. And I say, think about it this way. The people that are on LinkedIn use it as a business card now. Like, that's a resume for them. Mm-hmm. The money is on LinkedIn. The friends are on Facebook. So I'm huge on LinkedIn. That's where the majority of this podcast stuff goes to, and I do it all freight, logistics. Yeah. And I've literally built up a following now to where, like, I'm probably, in Chattanooga, I am one of the freight influencers.
Right.
So now the goal is
on LinkedIn.
On LinkedIn,
bro. You got to show me when we get done.
Yeah. So like I've got just on LinkedIn, I've got right at 5,000 followers on LinkedIn.
Wow.
Where like legit people might have 1,000. So like 5,000 followers on LinkedIn, I would probably equate to 50,000 on Instagram. Is kind of what it's looking like.
Wow,
and then
there's probably a lot of people locally
because there's not many million followers on Instagram. There's on LinkedIn. There's a bunch on the other ones, but like Grant Cardone, I think it's Grant. He don't even have 1 million on LinkedIn. I think he's got like 500,000. Like Andy,
yeah,
I think he's got. I could be wrong, but I believe it's a little over 10,000.
Yeah,
on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn's like that hidden market.
Dude, man. I've got to get in there. When we get done with this, I want you to show me.
I'll show you.
Yeah.
So what's the price? So you need to get known a little bit better. Yes. But say somebody's walking in to buy a car. They're coming in. They see you walking up. They're walking to you. How do you start the process?
I mean, I just, hey man, it's Jesse Cloud. Nice to meet you. You know, how can you here for sales or service? You know, just try to just be of help to that customer.
Sure.
And then they tell me what they're looking for. They're looking for service. You know, I point them to service. I actually walk them to service.
There you go.
And I say, because I'm friends with everybody in the dealership. I know everybody. So come on in here. Hey, this is Jeff right here. He's going to take care of you. He's awesome. You know, just make them feel like home.
Yeah.
Because when they're at the dealership across the road, they're not doing that.
Right.
When they're at the dealership across the road, they're not doing that. Oh, you're for service. Go over that way. Hey, you're in sales. Oh, come on here. Come with me. You know, because, I mean, I didn't know this when I first got in the business, but car salesmen have bad names. I did not know that. So when I first started, 19 years old, let's go back a little bit. Listen to a little story here. So when I'm 19 years old, you know, I just started in the business, you know, I wore my cowboy boots and blue jeans to work every day, with some type of little button up.
Yeah.
So I'd go out and start talking to people. Hey, man, Jesse Clyde here, nice to meet you. And they was rude. I was like, why are these people so rude? So I started digging. I started learning. And that's when I found Andy. So 19 years old, little backstory. So I was watching.
So YouTube, like, hey, how do I be a better car salesman or
Yeah.
something? Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, I YouTube it,
Yeah.
When you don't know something, YouTube it.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah. That's
a
Google.
massive-
That's Google for how to.
Oh, absolutely. So anyways, I've started figuring out, car salesmen have a bad rap, bad names. Well, what if I just kill people with kindness? So I just started being nice to them, And then I noticed, like, I would just kill them with kindness and just keep being nice to them. Well, anyways, they would, like, open up and just start telling me everything, and they would tell me how I could help them, I mean, I really didn't know what I was doing then, but I still started selling more cars than everybody at my little dealership in Kimball, Tennessee. You know what I mean? South Pittsburgh, Tennessee. It used to be called Gentry Chevrolet, and now it's Riverside. But, yeah, I mean, I didn't know what I was doing, but I was just good to people. And I sold a lot of cars being good to people. But I started learning, training with Andy, and how to talk to people and how to find them the cars that they're looking for and their wants and their needs, and just being that guy to, like, actually guide them through the process, making it easy, taking all the headache out of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, why would you not want to buy something from somebody that's going to take all the headache out of the deal for you and actually help you and there to serve you and it's going to take care of you, and it's not just be a one-time transaction but a lifetime transaction.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't want to be an order taker.
No.
Right. You want to be a server. You want to be a relationship, a friend.
Exactly.
You want to be the person. You want to be, instead of them thinking about, I guess, a car lot, you want them to think about you.
Yes.
Like, I need to get a car. I got to call Jesse.
Yes.
That's the game. So freight's the same way. Freight brokers have a huge negative rap around it. Like, it's not very good. One, because we don't have trucks, and we're just the middleman of that truck. So they already know they're not getting that truck for the best price because we're getting paid, right? We're not going to do something for free. So, yeah, we have to overcome that a little bit, but we have to overcome it on the phone. And it's a little bit different to have to overcome that on the phone with tonality and stuff.
Yeah.
Did I just knock that out? We
You
good,
sound
Ethan?
good now. You're
Okay, I'm good now. So using Kimball at South Pittsburgh, when did you decide to go to Mountain View Chevy? Was it like, okay, I've outgrown this? Or did Andy be like, hey, dude, you got to go to the city?
Oh, man, this is a good one.
Let's go.
We're just going to get rolling. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's freaking get it. Okay, so third month there, Riverside Chevy, didn't know what I was doing. My third month there, ever in the car business, I got salesman of the month.
Okay.
Who's this freaking 19-year-old kid coming in here with all these grown men outselling them? He don't even know what he's doing. What is he doing? Anyways, well, from that
Had
month,
you started training with Andy at that point?
yeah,
Okay.
I was training with Andy at that point.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Game changer. Anyways, so March, first time salesman of the month. March is first time salesman of the month, and that's also when COVID hit, dude. So everybody's freaking out. All the salespeople, oh my God, what am I gonna do? I'm scared. What do I do? They're all freaking putting Germ-X all over their hands and stuff, just freaking out, bro. I seen it. I was like, oh my gosh, this is my time. I started dialing the phones. Oh my gosh, dude. I started dialing the phones, and that's my bread and butter. I hated it at the beginning, but I got so good at it, man. I could literally just sit there and just boom, rip the phones, boom, 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 boom. And I crushed everyone. Everybody was panicking. They was scared. They didn't know what to do. Well, I wasn't going to sit there and listen into their little huddle of them talking about, oh man, what's going to happen? I went to work. I started calling people, just not even people that just bought a car randomly like for years ago, just ripping the phones, boom, boom, boom. And it got to the point where they furloughed us. So you could only come to the dealership if you had a customer or an appointment, or you got to go one day a week. I was working from home on my phone. I'd got my computer and brought it home. So, dude, I sold 4 cars in one day, literally.
From home?
No,
you had to go to the
if you had an
dealership.
appointment, dude, I was down there all day. I sold 3 on myself, and then a lot up just happened, and I was the only one there. So boom, 4 cars one day. So I got to stay there like every day because I was the only one setting up appointments because nobody wanted it. They was getting paid to sit on their butt at home. You know what I mean? Piss on that. I want it. Bring it to me. I want it because if I do something, I want to be the best at it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's no half end in nothing.
Yep.
My pop told me a long time ago, he said, you don't half end nothing.
You're going to do it right.
Exactly. So anyways, well, I continued to just destroy everybody. I think I've got beat one time since March. I think I took a vacation. No, actually, one salesman the month I went on vacation and seen Andy. So Anyways, I made that a goal. I was going for like a week. So anyways, I mean, I just crushed everybody for the entire year. This would be 2020. So 2020, end of 2020 come around, and I'm like, okay, I've got an idea. I mean, I was selling 12 to 15 to, most of our sold there was 18 cars in 1 month.
This is in Kimball?
This is in Kimball. I mean, we sold 50 cars a month. We had 10 salespeople.
Okay, gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
several guys doing 1 or 2 cars.
oh yeah, I mean it's terrible. I mean it's Anyways, but you fall to your lowest level of training if you don't know what's going on, especially in the market that we're in. If you didn't know how to work the phones, man, and you cowered back, I mean you're gonna starve. You know what I mean? Anyways, well, it's December. We had our Christmas party. I got salesman of the year. I sold like 165 cars. The guy in second place sold like 85. So I mean, I crushed
Doubled him. Yeah.
Crushed it. Yeah. Anyways, well, I had an idea where I was wanting to use my social media, and I wanted to use this branding tool that I had that I found in Oklahoma back then with old Andy.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do that, and I took it to my general manager. My general manager at Riverside, dude, the guy's a beast. I mean, he's very smart at what he does, but he's old school. He's stuck in like the old ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I told him, I was like, man, if you let me do this, I'll double my sales. I'll start selling 20 plus cars a month. I was jacked up. I was excited. You just got salesman of the year. He looked at me. He said, Jesse, do you think this is Jesse Cloud Chevrolet or Riverside Chevrolet? I was like, oh. I said, I appreciate you. I'm not going to say his name yet. I say, I appreciate you, but you told me everything I needed to know. The next day, I finished the full week. I went in there and I said, hey, man, I appreciate everything y'all have done to me, but today's my last day. I mean, I'm leaving, because in the car business, you really don't leave like a 2-week notice.
Right. Same thing in logistics.
You know what I mean? But anyways, so I left, and I was planning on going to Corpus Christi, Texas, working for Lynn Skinnerd down at Lithia Motors, because I had a buddy down there just crushing it, selling 40 cars a month. I talked to Lynn. He's like, Jesse, you're the guy that I need. Andy hooked that up with me. Andy says, you're the man, you're the guys I want to need. So I'm supposed to fly down there. He says, come down here, look at my house. He sent me a picture of his house, bro. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I want that life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I plan on flying down there, whatever. Well, I got this feeling. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go check out the Mountain View stores, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to go up there before I go out and see Lynn Skinnerd, I'm going to go out there. I'm going to go up to Chattanooga. So I walk in Chattanooga. I walk in Mountain View Nissan right up here. I know a couple guys that was the managers there. So I walk in and I'm just talking to them, just testing the water, seeing what their pay plan looked like, just talking to them. Well, anyways, they was like, get me the pay plan, and they was like, here, sign up right now. I was like, whoa, I'm not. I just wanted to come here and talk to you guys just to see, and because they was trying to get me like right on the spot, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a 20-year-old kid that was coming there and was talking to him like I was talking to him. Hell, I'd want me too. You know what I mean? Not being cocky or arrogant or anything, but like 20-year-olds don't talk like that.
Right.
Not most.
You had real world experience. Like I told you, like I didn't even grow up until after college football. Like,
Yeah.
all I did was football.
Yeah.
Until I was 23 before I even got a real job.
Yeah.
So keep going.
So anyways, I was like, no, I appreciate you, man, but I'm just not ready to, make a move right now. I'm planning on going to Texas.
Yeah.
So I had a buddy that was working at Mountain View Chevy. He's like, just come over here and talk to me. Well, I'm walking I go from Mountain View Nissan. I go over to Mountain View Chevy, and I bumped into a guy at the door. We just struck it off, man. Had a great conversation. I'm talking about, we talked for like 2 minutes. Just a really good, genuine dude. I was like, man, that's a good guy, got me all jacked up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see many people that's always in a good mood like me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I'm in here, and starting to interview with the sales managers at Mountain View Chevy. Anyways, we're talking, going over. I told him what I wanted to do with the marketing and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they looked at me and said, Jesse, I don't care what you do as long as you sell cars. I was like, are you serious? You would let me do this? Because the only reason I was going to go to Lynn Skinnerd in Texas is because he was going to let me do that. Mountain View said, hey, Jesse, I don't care what you do. That would be awesome. I wish more of our guys would do that. I was like, oh, my gosh. And about that time, somebody peeped into the door. He said, hey, I didn't know you was coming here for an interview. The owner of the store is the one I was talking to when I first walked in the door.
Oh.
Boom. I was like, oh, my gosh. It clicked in my head. I was like, I can go to Texas, and do very well for myself. Or I could stay at home and do exactly what I wanted to do in Texas and build an empire here. And ever since then, it clicked in my head instantly. Boom. As soon as the owner of the store peeked in there and said, "Hey, man, I didn't know you was coming here for an interview." That conversation that me and that man had at the door sold. So I stayed at home, and my 3rd month at Mountain View Chevy, my 3rd month, dude.
Yeah.
I broke the record. I sold 28 cars in 1 month, all because he let me do what I wanted to do. And ever since then, bro, it's just been wide open ever since then. I mean, it's just like it's like they don't micromanage me. They know that I'm going to do the work, and they just give me the free range to go. And, dude, I've been so blessed. I'm so thankful for that company, man. It's awesome.
So that you operate a business within their business.
Exactly.
Right. So instead of saying like, hey, your name's not on the door, so you can't do that here, son.
Exactly.
Good place to start.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I could probably relate that a little bit to logistics on my end. So I worked at a company called Lipsy Logistics. Had no clue what logistics was. I was able to learn it from the ground up. They put me in track and trace, which is like washing cars.
Mm-hmm.
Worked all my way up to management and finally got into sales. And then as soon as I got into sales, I was ready to go do my own thing because I was at a company that had 100-something people, $100 million company. I was kind of topped out there. They saw me as a kid. Like I was a crazy partying kid when I first got there. And then I was 26, and it's like, well, they still see me as that, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, I need a fresh start. I need to go somewhere so I can recreate, right?
Yes.
So I recreated when I went to 12 Point Logistics, and then ever since, like literally day 2, landed our biggest account in the company. Like day 2. Like this was a company that we didn't even plan on growing past 5 people. Now we've got 19 people in our company, and that's based off this account.
Nice.
And now we got a sales team. Now I'm managing people, so it's been awesome, right?
Yeah.
It's been awesome. So tell me about. I don't care about me. Tell me about you. What's the most cars you sold in 1 month?
28.
So
28.
that month, that
Yeah.
3rd month. So, and you did the majority of that based off of advertising on Facebook,
Yeah,
social media?
Facebook, social media. I mean, I've really crushed it on social media. Like, so if I sell somebody a car, I friend them, and I add them as a friend, and I tag them in the post. So not only do all my friends see it,
All their shit.
all their friends see it. And it's like the ripple effect, man. You do that over and over and over and over and over. It all compounds. That's why I can't even go in the store without somebody knowing me. Hey, you sold a car. Hey, I seen your video. And 2 years ago, I started doing that, and it's paid off tenfold. Absolutely. 100%.
Same thing with podcasting over here.
Dude.
It's the same game, man. The more guests you get in, it's like people say, like, why are you just getting regular people on here? Because everyday people is the people that people want to listen to.
Exactly.
Everybody's an influencer. Once you got 1 million followers, nobody's listening to you anymore because they feel like you're on a pedestal.
Yeah.
People want to listen to the everyday person talk.
Exactly.
And see which ones are good, which ones are bad. And you can decide for yourself, right?
Mhm.
But that's,
And I'm going to touch on this. We're all the same.
yeah, we're just people.
We're just people. I mean, it's the same thing with Andy and Brad. I'm touching back on that a little bit. They just want to give back, man. I mean, they're loaded. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they want to give back, and that's 2 influencers right there. Well, Brad says he's not an influencer.
He's
but
100% an
yeah,
influencer.
absolutely. He's just he don't like the word humble, but he's just so humble enough he doesn't want to.
Yeah. He just doesn't want to be called that.
Exactly.
Because he is a businessman.
Exactly.
So is Andy, but they're influencers.
Exactly.
In business.
Exactly. And they want to pay it forward to people. You know what I'm saying? They actually want to give back. And I took a lot of notes, and all the notes that I took, I read them every single day. Because, I mean, what we paid for that, dude, I got $1 million worth of knowledge.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
Oh, yeah.
Easily.
I think it was $1,500 or whatever it was by the time you get your plane tickets and stuff. I mean, you're looking at about a $3,000 trip.
Oh, yeah.
You know, to go learn something. But that $3,000 was much more than my college education.
Oh, absolutely.
You know?
100%.
So it's crazy to think. Like, I think college is obsolete. I think college is good if you want to go and meet some friends and party and play sports, or if you're going to be a doctor or a lawyer or an engineer. But if you're just getting into sales, dude, just take a course from Andy or somebody.
Yeah.
And just jump into sales.
Anybody can do it, bro.
Anybody.
Like, I was the most introverted person ever. Dude, I was the person at the lunch table that was like, no, don't sit beside me. You know, I was a loner, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I was an athlete in school and everything. I mean, I did great. You know, I was good. But, like, I liked being alone. You know what I'm saying? I felt like I was always like an outcast. You know, I was like, leave me alone, you know, and now, dude, I could talk to anybody. Dude, I could have got up there. I mean, I've been up there with hundreds of people talking in front of people.
Yeah.
Like, of course you get nervous.
Sure.
You know, of course you're going to get a little bit of butterflies. Hell, I had a little bit of butterflies before I got on this podcast. But, like, You know, you think back, we're all people.
Yeah.
We're all people. It doesn't matter. If you mess up, you're real. People appreciate you for being real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and it's just, you just got to do it, man. I mean, it's like when somebody first hits the gym. I mean, you're going to go work out. You're going to be sore, bro.
Yeah.
If you do it right, you're going to be sore. But time in, you're not going to be as sore the more you do it. And you're going to actually start seeing results.
Yeah.
It's same way with speaking. Like, I'm sure you didn't speak this good on your first podcast.
Sting, how good did I speak on the first podcast we ever did?
Oh, like shit.
Yeah. And I was a good, you know, just like a good talker. Like,
Yeah.
I can communicate with people. But when it came to like this shit, I didn't know what I was doing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be on camera. I don't even know if I can hear myself. You got me. I don't want to be on camera or anything. Like, I'm not trying to jump in, but dude, you were garbage.
So that
What do they call it in wrestling? A shitbird?
That's what Tank calls it, but that's what he's going to be after the end of this weekend.
So you know what I had to do? I had to take chicken shit and turn it into chicken salad with Gunner. That's what I had to do.
Well, here's what they did to me. They put me on a teleprompter. Now, obviously, I can read and I can speak, but I'm more of a improv. Like, just let me talk. Let me think through shit because I'm not very traditional. So then we started doing the podcast and it got a lot better. But yeah, that was 2019, late 2018, early 2019.
Yeah, I mean, and you're killing it now. You're doing phenomenal. You're like the greatest success story of this place. I use you all the time when I talk to new talent that comes in and wants to do podcasts. Like, you are my example. I'm telling you, if you'll just do it, repetition is key. Put your mind to it, bust ass. Like, you're going to pull it off and you're going to be phenomenal. And I tell the story of Gunner every time. No lie.
Yeah, we're going to figure this shit out. So what's the next step for you in the car business? You're 22. You know, you're selling, on average, what, 15, 20 cars a month? Easy.
Yeah.
So 20 cars a month.
Yeah.
Making a good living. Great. I mean, you pulled up in a freaking sick Corvette.
Appreciate it.
And I'll run over it with my Raptor, but sick Corvette. So what's the plan for you? You wanting to continue being a sales guy? Because I know Andy said, like, you know, he became, I think he set the record for like $800,000 or something in sales in a year.
Yes.
But then he wasn't making as much money as a GM.
Mm-hmm.
So he needed to go do the sales training, start his own business. What's your process? Like, what's the plan?
So right now, I mean, I want time. You know what I'm saying? I want to have time when I get older. If it's freaking 4 o'clock in the morning, I just want to wake up and go run and go back to bed and then wake up at 9 and go do it again. If I want to do that crazy shit, I want to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But working at the dealership, I mean, it's bell to bell, dude. I mean, it's rough. I mean, I've got it made to where, I mean, if I need to go, I can leave any time. But I've got so much stuff coming in. I mean, I don't make any money if I'm not there.
Yeah.
You know? So I want to generate something passively, you know? So I'm working on something right now, something to get a little passive income.
Mm-hmm.
We'll touch on that subject a little bit later.
Yeah, sure.
We'll have to jump back on here soon.
Yeah, let's do it.
But I'm working on that. But right now, I just want to work as hard as I can while the market is how it is. Because, I mean, all this stuff's going to fall eventually with everything. So
Sure.
I'm just wanting to save as much money as possible and help as many people as possible achieve what they're trying to achieve when they reach out to me.
Yeah.
And go as hard as I can and unlock that fifth gear, what we was talking about earlier. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a fifth gear player and I'm operating in third gear, you know, and it kind of pisses me off. We touched a little bit about that
Yeah.
earlier for the podcast, but it kind of pisses me off because, like, why not me, Gunner? You know, why not Gunner? You know what I mean? So I want to unlock my true full potential this year. I want to see how good I can get, and then I want to get better than that.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I don't have any intentions of moving up to management because once you get in management, it's kind of like you're there, like you're slave to be there. I mean, they expect you to here, to here, to here. If I bounce out at freaking 3:15, I'm like, hey, guys, you know, I've sold 2 today. I'm out. You know, they're going to say, I see you, bro.
Yeah. They can't really say anything to you, right? Because that's your
No.
job to sell cars.
No.
If you sell a car, you're good.
And they know that when I get home or something, I'm posting cars online. I'm texting customers. I'm calling them. I'm replying back to them. It's my life. It's my own business. I have my own small business inside of my big business. You know what I mean? I've got my own Facebook page. It's got over 1,000 likes. You know, I just started it. You know, I haven't really even been pushing. It's got like 1,300 or 1,400 likes on it.
Now, have you started the Facebook group yet?
No, I have not. Actually, I do have a Facebook group. I just started it, but it was a couple people that I'd met at the seminar.
Okay.
But I haven't started it for my customers yet. I have not done that.
Yeah.
But I do friend them all on Facebook. So, I mean, they post something with their family. I'm like, hey, beautiful family. Hey, like it, comment, whatever. So I'm staying engaged with them. You know what I'm saying?
You should start a Facebook group with everybody that's bought a car from you.
It's coming.
That's what you need,
It's
or something, or some type
Yeah.
of thing, whatever.
It's coming for sure.
That's awesome. Dude. It's just so exciting to see guys come in, as young as you, to have the energy. Like I wish I was like you when I was 22. Like I didn't figure it out till late. I was too stuck in partying and chasing the game and
Yeah.
drinking and trying to be cool and living paycheck to paycheck, trying to fit in with everybody.
Right.
I wish I'd have stopped that
Right.
before I even got out of college.
So I've done a little bit of the party. I mean, I went to college. I played college football for a year.
Yeah.
I mean, I went through the little partying stage, but I found out what I didn't want. You know what I mean? Like, say if I done it, say if I did something, I didn't, like, I felt bad for doing it. I was like, why am I doing this to myself? I felt like I was just shooting myself in the foot. You know what I mean? So I realized that. I was like, man, if I wasn't here, I could be doing this and bettering myself in some area in life. So it just, I don't want that. You know what I mean? So I seen other people do it, and I didn't want that life. You know what I mean? I wanted to be different. You know, I didn't want to waste my time with that and just poison my body.
So do you look at things at you're 22, man. So do you look at things on like a 5-year cycles? Is that what you're doing? Or are you looking at 10-year cycles? Or are you looking year to year? Like where are you at right now?
Right now, honestly, I'm looking at year to year.
Okay.
I mean, being real with you, I mean, I haven't thought 10 years down the line. I just want to be the best that I can right now.
Okay.
And that's something that I am opening it up to. Like, this is the first year, I've written down weekly goals, daily goals, quarterly goals, yearly goals.
Good.
I mean, I've got a 5-year goal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I'm not reading it every day. I'm reading my daily goals. I'm reading my weekly goals. I'm in quarterly. That's what I'm really focusing on right now. And, dude, I've got so far just keeping up with that stuff, man. And it's like, it encourages me. I got to keep going. Oh, I'm slacking. I got to keep going. Oh, I'm slacking. I got to keep going. And I didn't set baby goals, man. I set some pretty hefty goals, and we're on track to roll with it. You know what I mean?
I do the same thing. I've always been a big goal guy. Mainly came from working out. So I knew that, you got to have a progressive. If I want to bench 405 pounds, where am I at right now? And how do I get there? You got to reverse engineer it. So I've always had that mindset. So I've always been a goal guy. When I first came over to 12 Point, I don't do as much now as I should, but when I first came over there, every single day I took one sheet of notebook paper and just a spiral notebook, and I wrote down everything I wanted to be, and I wrote down I am beside it.
Oh, yes.
So at that point, it was I am a 6-figure guy. I am, a director of sales. I am a VP. I am one of the top guys in freight in Chattanooga. All these different things. I am 8% body fat at whatever. I did all this stuff right there.
It works.
And dude, I swear on my life, you go back and look at that notebook and you take it from a year out to where, I wrote these things for almost a year for the whole time. Every single freaking one of them hit. It was I'm gonna buy a Yukon for my fiance. I'm gonna get a Raptor. I'm gonna be the VP of sales. Everything that I put down there has hit. So now it's what are the next goals? Because those are goals I thought were kind of tall for me at that time. And now it's we've hit them all.
Yeah.
So now what do? You got to make bigger goals.
Exactly.
So now it's I've got to expand my mind outside Chattanooga. This podcast, Chat with Gunner, CHATT with Gunner, was a Chattanooga-based podcast. My goal was to be the Joe Rogan of Chattanooga. I wanted to interview every cool, awesome, great person to come through Chattanooga, interesting people, and let everybody understand who Chattanooga was. And then I started getting, people that were not from Chattanooga, and I was like, wait a minute. I messed up with the name Chat with Gunner. So now we're going CWG podcast, and we're going national.
Yes.
Anybody can get on the show. I don't care. We're going after everybody. I want to be known all over the world.
That's freaking awesome, man. And touching back on the I am things, I've been doing that for 2 years, bro, and it's so powerful. It subconsciously triggers your mind.
Yes.
I am going to be the best.
Yeah, saying
whatever. It is.
saying I want to make $200,000 is not going to work.
No.
You got to say I make $200,000.
Exactly.
I drive a Raptor. I drive a Corvette.
Yes, you got to freaking believe it, man. And subconsciously, the universe just brings it to you. It's crazy.
And another trick I have is if you just put any goals out on social media.
Yeah.
One of my tricks is if it's something that I'm nervous about and I'm not sure if I can hit it, I'll just post it.
Bro.
LinkedIn. I'm gonna do this. Boom. I am this. Boom. Oh shit. I put it out there.
Yes. So you're oh shit, I've got to hold myself to this. So have you ever heard of 75 Hard?
Oh yeah.
Bro.
Andy Frisella.
Bro.
Awesome.
I posted it. I told my social media I was gonna do it.
When'd you do that?
June of 2020. No, I started it. Freak, man. I started it last year in about April.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Did you finish it?
I finished every single bit of it. I even went and seen Andy's seminar, bro. I woke up at 2:30 in the morning, went and run for 45 minutes, got on an airplane, landed at Andy's, and went into the gym and worked out. I was like, bro, I've got to go to the gym. Where's the gym right around here? He's like, what? I was like, I'm doing 75 hard. He's like, oh, okay, well, called an Uber and we freaking took to the gym anyways. But yeah, even it's challenging, bro. So 75 hard, drink a gallon of water a day, 2 workouts. One of them has to be outside. 45 minutes or longer. You got to read 10 pages out of a non-fictional book. No alcohol, no cheat meals. You got to follow a diet plan, and you got to take a progression picture. Bro, I almost failed.
Every day.
I almost failed because I forgot to take a progression picture. Do you know how upset and mad I would have been off of not taking a picture?
Yeah, but you have to start over.
Yeah.
If you don't.
Exactly. You know what I did? I got my ass out of the bed and I went and took a picture. So after I'd done that, like the second week, every morning that was my routine. Boom. I read. Boom. I took a picture. Boom. I read. Worked out. Went to work. And then read. And it just, I mean, I killed a gallon. I still drink a gallon of water. I mean, that was easy. I was doing that before.
Yeah.
But, dude, that right there, that 3 months of my life changed my life. You know, I was a very disciplined person, Gunner.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, when I tell you I went to that next level, I went to that next level, bro. There was nothing that was going to get in my way of me not completing that 75 hard.
What happened to us? We lose it? Oh, we're back. Oh, battery on which camera? His?
Technical difficulties.
Is it a pause or something?
Just keep talking.
Oh, okay.
Sweet. So we're
So
rolling.
so yeah, 75 hard, man. I haven't done it yet, but I've also done some crazy workouts. So I'm a big David Goggins fan.
Oh,
So I got on a kick there for a while. This was when I was still at Lipsy. So this was late 2018. I went carnivore for 90 days.
oh wow.
Best shape I've ever been in my entire life. It's weird. Because I've always thought, like, I come from, working out at linebacker, you got to be 240 pounds no matter what. And it's taken me all this food to be that because I'm naturally about 220. So I was doing carnivore. Literally, this is what I do. It was during hurricane season. During hurricane season in freight, we were turned on by FEMA. So emergency government type stuff. So if a hurricane hit, we were busy. Well, this was the year that 2 hurricanes hit back to back. So this was before you got into car sales. One hit, it came through Miami and hit Houston and destroyed Houston. And then as soon as that one wrapped up, about 30 days into it, it destroyed Puerto Rico. I don't know if you remember that one that hit Puerto Rico. Wiped out all of Puerto Rico. So we literally, at Lipsy, we would take 15 people, 15 of our best workers. We'd put them in a room. We called it the war room. It was like Delta team or whatever is what we'd call us. And we worked from 8 a.m. to about 10 to 12 midnight every day. We'd put in 18-hour days and had to be back at the same time. We couldn't leave the office. They'd cater us lunch. We couldn't go work out. We were just in an office waiting to be turned on by FEMA. So the way that works is, say we sit there all day twiddling our thumbs, miserable. 8 o'clock comes, government calls. We need 600 loads at the Maxwell Air Force Base by tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Well, now we're working all night. We've been there all day. So, like, that type of stuff would happen. We did that for, 70-ish days. And then that's hurricane season is always like June to October. Well, then peak season starts. So peak season's like USPS, Amazon, UPS, FedEx, mail stuff, getting stuff ready for Christmas. That's the next busiest time of the year for the logistics. So then I always transition to nights during that time to be the night manager for our peak season stuff. So during this time, I was working nights primarily for hurricanes because I knew if I worked nights, I only got to do 12-hour shifts. That's cake compared to working 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
It was a little bit of a pay cut. I wanted to be able to work out. So I did nights, and then I knew I was going to take over nights for peak. So it was going to be about 90 days that I was going to be busy. So during this time, I go, you know what? I'm going carnivore. I don't have anywhere to go. There's going to be no food here. I'm going to get me a George Foreman grill. I'm going to put it in the break room, and I'm going to cook a pound of steak twice a day. I'm going to butter it. So the only thing I'm going to have is steak, butter, and black coffee, and water, and salt. That was my diet for 90 days. I probably weighed 235, 40 pounds when I started. I mean, about what I look like now, whatever. Dude, I got down to 208 pounds. I went and did my body fat test. I was 7% body fat.
Oh my gosh.
I was literally like, I was just veins. And I was like, this doesn't even make sense. Like, there's no carbs. There's nothing. It's just carnivore. But I was doing that, and I was in Goggins mode.
Oh.
So I was listening to Goggins
Yes.
on the audiobook, the whole 40% rule. That's Goggins.
Mm-hmm.
And I would do an hour on the elliptical after I got off work before I even started my workout. So I'd do an hour on the elliptical, and then I would pick one exercise, bench, squat, deadlifts, or overhead press, and I'd go as heavy as I could every day for 90 days. I'd pick one. That's all I did, nothing else. One lift. I'd go up until I'd go as heavy as I possibly can. Whatever I did, say I did 400 pounds on bench. Now I'd cut it in half and do as many reps as possible and workout's done. So I'd cut it in half, do a combine test, done. Do the same thing with deadlifts. If I got to 600 pounds, I'm repping out 300 next. Squats, 500, now I'm repping out 250 next. And I'll just be burnt. Then another hour on the elliptical, then sit in the sauna for as long as I possibly could. So at my peak that last month, I was only eating steak. I was eating about 200 grams of protein a steak per day, two pounds of steak. I was only spending $20 because steak was only $10 a pound back then, so I wasn't really spending much money. I was doing 2 hours on the elliptical every day, about 30 to 45 minutes in the sauna every day, and lifting as heavy as I possibly could every day, 7 days a week, no days off, for 90 days. Best shape I've ever been in.
Bro.
But it was, now I've tried the Andy Frisella thing. No, I haven't told anybody I've tried it, but I've been like, I'm going to start it today. And you do it, and then like one day you forget a progress picture, like, damn, I'm glad I didn't tell nobody. So I just need to put it out, hey, I'm doing it. I'm doing 75 hard, and I would do it.
It's a game changer when you do, bro. It's like you have so many people watching, you don't want to fail.
They're waiting for you to fail.
Yeah.
They want you to mess
absolutely.
up. Don't take that picture.
Yeah.
Don't drink that water today, bro.
Exactly. I knew you couldn't make it.
It's raining. You really going to go outside?
Dude, that's one of the best workouts I've ever had, bro. Have you ever worked out in the rain?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. It's like taking souls, dude.
Yeah.
Like freaking David Goggins, what he says, man. I woke up, and it was freaking 4:30 in the morning. It's pissing like rain out of, like pouring rain out of a boot, dude. I freaking hit like I run 5 miles in that. And I'm not a runner.
Yeah.
So 5 miles is a lot to me. I don't know what it was, but it's like something come over you. And it's like you'd entered God mode. And you read the 75 hard book. It's like you entered, it's called God mode.
Yeah.
It's freaking crazy, dude. My shoes weighed 10 pounds a piece.
Jeez.
I mean, it was me, had my little running shorts on. I ditched a shirt. I was like, shirt's pointless.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just running. It's going to be extra weight. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, I mean, I just took off.
I'm doing it.
Oh,
I'm
gosh.
starting it.
It was freaking awesome.
So now you've done Goggins. So do you know my man that's always with Rogan, Cameron Haynes?
Absolutely.
Love Cameron Haynes.
He's a beast, man.
The dude runs a marathon a day and only eats meat.
And shoots a lot of bow.
Shoots a lot of bow. And is at every UFC event with Rogan.
Love it.
It's awesome.
Freaking game changer, man.
So you're big in the mentor space, and I don't understand why people aren't. Like, I'll ask people when I interview them, I'll be like, not these interviews, but like real life job interviews. I'll be like,
yeah.
so one of my questions is, and people think it's weird, they hate when I ask it. I go, who's your mentor? And they go, I don't really. Everybody goes, I don't really have one. Or if they do have one, it's usually their mom or their dad. It's like, cool story. What's your mom and dad worth?
Exactly.
And I hate to be that
I
way.
mean, it's true.
Like, they can, like, your mom and, like, yes, my mom and dad are they're mentors. They're my parents.
Yeah.
Like, like, they teach you how to, like, grow up and live, and they feed you, and then, like, when they get older, like, you give back. That's how family works. But, like, you got to, like, stretch out and go find other people that have done other things to be able to branch out and not be so, not small-minded because they're small-minded, but small-minded in, like, encasing the city of Chattanooga small-minded. That's my weakness. When you talk about your leaks, that's my leak.
Yes.
My leak is I'm in Chattanooga.
Yeah.
I got to get out. Doesn't mean I have to leave Chattanooga. My name's got to get out of Chattanooga.
Exactly.
So how do I do that? I've been thinking about that. How do I do that? And with you, it's like, how do you, get everyone in Chattanooga to know your name to come buy a car from you? I mean, there's really, there's there 2 or 3 car guys that are really good in Chattanooga?
Yeah.
And you're up
Since
there?
we're back on the car subject, I'm actually running for best of the best salesperson of the year for the entire state.
Let's
or the area
go.
of Chattanooga. I'm currently like at the #1 seed right now, but the voting goes till July 10th. I think it's the last day to vote.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, this is big. Like, you have to get up and give a speech in front of all these people, and I'm going to do it this year.
Let's go.
It's happening. So I would appreciate it if y'all could help me out.
Yeah.
So look me up on Facebook.
I'll post a link on the podcast.
Okay, yeah, bet. So if you look me up on Facebook, Jesse Cloud, I have a yellow shirt on in my profile picture for a reason. I'm easy to spot out. Jesse Cloud, Jesse, Cloud like cloud in the sky. And I've actually got the post pinned. I've got it pinned to my Facebook profile picture. So all you do is literally click that post, and it goes straight to where you could vote for me. And I'm actually giving away some prizes to my Facebook and my social media family. So you'll have to get on there and check it out. Maybe win you some dough or something.
There you go.
To win, you know.
I don't need no dough. I just need you to win. That's
You
all
got
I
that
need.
right. But I like giving back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I love giving back.
Got to.
Love it.
Got to. Best of the best, huh?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome, dude. So, man, what month are we in? June?
Yep.
We're in June, so we're halfway there. So, where are you at cars at right now? I know
Dude,
you know.
I haven't even added it up.
You haven't?
No.
Are you going? It's gonna be your record year?
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Not even close.
Yeah, I mean it's going to be. It's like
Fires me up.
Oh, dude, it's crazy because like every year it's like you fix your leaks, man. You fix your leaks and then you start getting repeat. Dude, I've been in the business not even 3 years, and I've sold single people 4 cars in 3 years. Dude, it's crazy. I've sold them their car, their family, their wife, their husband. Dude, I'm getting to the point where, Jesse, I've got my wife, you know. I mean, I'm working all the time. I'm going to send her down there, take care of her. And I do it because they know that I'm going to. They trust me.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take care of them. They know that. I mean, that's how I built my brand.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
So, when it comes to selling cars, like, do you do it all? Can you do everything besides when it goes to the finance manager?
Absolutely. I do everything. I generate the own leads. I do everything until I pass it off to the finance manager, and then they're the ones that
Nobody
get
helps you at all at this point?
No.
You just do it all?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
22 years old, man.
22, man.
I don't think you understand what that means. Like, you're going to be balling. You keep this up, dude, you're going to be a tsunami.
I appreciate that, man. We're just getting warmed up.
A freaking tsunami is what you're going to be. So now, here's my challenge to people that are listening to this if you're in the Chattanooga area or surrounding area. So you got my man Jesse here. He's in 5th gear. He'll be fine in 5th gear. He's a 5th gear guy, right? I'm over here. I'm in freight. Listen, I'm ready. I'm ready to fucking go.
Let's get it.
Where are the rest of you at? Like, where are you people that, like, not the ones that talk about the shit. I'm talking about where are the ones that are doing it. Because where are they at in Chattanooga? Because the ones that are really, 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 really doing it, they're the top. But there's a level right below that of a bunch of guys like us that just haven't went to the next level yet.
They haven't broken through that barrier.
Yeah. So where are all of us at? That's the community that we got to build in Chattanooga. The guys that are 35 and younger, that are just a little bit hesitant to break through the ceiling.
Absolutely.
Because you're going to be scared what's up in the attic. But guess what's up in the attic? Just normal people.
Absolutely. We're all the same.
Normal
Get out of your
people.
little comfort zone. Come on. We need to get together. We need to network. We need to talk. We need to grow. Because that's how we're going to get better. I mean, Chattanooga, this place is, it's big, but it's tiny. It's a little bitty tiny speck on the map. And there's talent here, bro. We just got to find it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's people that don't believe in themselves, though. They're man, I seen that podcast, but I don't want to reach out. I think I'm, I don't think I'm that guy. Bro, become that guy. Reach out, I mean, your network. I mean, the more hands you shake, the more money you make. I mean, that's a fact. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You just got to reach out. Get out of your comfort zone, We need to support each other anyways, and we need to find that group of 35 and under that's hungry, that's after it, they're ready to kick ass, We got to find that. You know why? Because we're all going to get better, and we're going to grow together. We're going to push each other.
And think about what Chattanooga could be with a group of guys, 35 to 20, 35 to 18, 18 years
Absolutely.
of guys that could just transform the city and just make it blow up.
Oh, man.
There might be 10, 20 guys right now that are older, 40, 50s, 60s in Chattanooga that are doing it, but they're, they do it, and it's like they raise their nose up at the other guys that are doing it. I'm better than him. I got a bigger house on Lookout Mountain than that guy over there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk to that guy. I want to be best friends with freaking hammers, all in the same age group, to where we build a damn neighborhood in Chattanooga. Name it whatever we want to name it.
Exactly.
Like, that's the type of mentality I want, but it's hard to find people that want to do that with you.
Exactly, man.
That's
Exactly. But I think this podcast is actually going to open a lot of eyes and open a lot of ears for a lot of people, because I'm like, man, you know, those are Chattanooga boys. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They're just local little country boys, you know, downtown Chattanooga. You know, reach out, bro. Reach out, you know, just strike up a conversation. Hey, man, we seen your podcast, you know, would love to meet up, you know, grab some coffee, just to talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You never know where a conversation's going to go.
Never.
You might shake a man's hand and it might change your life forever.
Forever.
You know what I mean?
But Andy kept saying, Brad kept saying, the more hands you shake, the more money you make. But Andy kept saying, you know, pressure makes diamonds, also burst pipes. Dude, that burst pipes thing, that rang home with me a little bit, because, like, it does. Like, so Andy brought me up on stage randomly. It's hilarious. Like, I wish I'd have known I was going up stage. I'd have had, like, something cool prepared.
Yeah.
But, like, but that's what you need.
Yeah.
You need to just be brought up on stage in front of 500 people that you have no clue who's in the audience.
No.
And then have to tell a story that Andy's expecting you to know that you might even forgot what the story was, and then you just got to be like, oh, there it is.
Yeah.
You know, like.
But that's the raw you. That's the real. That's the raw. You know what I mean? That's the raw Gunner up there, and you freaking crushed it, bro. I mean, it was phenomenal. It was awesome, bro.
Dude, so that's the end goal for me. Like, I don't know what it is, but, like, dude, for that brief moment of just being on stage with two guys that I watch on YouTube every day.
Yeah.
Go on stage.
Yeah.
It was like, oh,
Yeah.
this is it. This is the spot. All you people looking, that's where you're supposed to be doing.
Exactly.
You know, like,
Exactly.
and I'm going to lead every single one of you. Like, that's the mindset. And after that happened, it was like, you know, how do you do that in Chattanooga? What are events like in Chattanooga? How do you start one?
Exactly.
You know, it doesn't have to be 1,000 people the first time. I'm sure Andy's event wasn't 1,000 people the first
No.
time. What'd you say? How many people were there the first time?
20.
Yeah.
Now it's 500 of the top sales professionals, real estate agents, insurance,
Freight,
solar
logistics.
sales, freight, logistics. All the top in their field was there, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it started off in a freaking little bitty room in Norman, Oklahoma with like 20 people.
But so many people are so scared to put out an event or to start a brand, and nobody want to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, if you write a book and one person buys the book, you're an author. You're a paid author. You know? What's it matter? Write another book. Maybe 2 people do that one. Write another book. Maybe 10. Now you've got 3 books. So when you do write that one book that it blows up and 1,000 people read it, guess what they're going to do? Read your other 3.
Exactly.
When I found Grant Cardone, I read his last book, the 10X book. And then the first thing I did was, damn, who's this guy? I went back and read every book he had. Then got his program. So he took me for $19 on Audible, and then for $19 for 4 more books, and then for damn $60,000 for 4 years of a course. You know, like, he got me.
Yeah.
But that stuff helped. And then, you know, you take that and you go to Andy and you're like, oh, he teaches something a little bit different. $1,500 here. Let's give him that. Oh, what's Brad got going on? Let's give him some money. Where's Patrick Bet-David at? He's systems and processes and business. We'll throw him some money too. Where's Alex Ramosi? We're the same age. Why does he have $100 million and I don't?
Yes.
Let's go throw him some money and figure that shit out. You know, like, if I got to invest $100,000 to make $100 million, I think I won. Because there's no stock you can invest $100,000 in and make $100 million.
No. And you know what the best stock is?
Yourself.
Yourself.
The best real estate is your body.
Absolutely.
Yourself.
Absolutely.
I mean, sure, yeah, if you got the money to go buy real estate and get cash flow, go good. I'm not telling you not to. But the first thing you need to do is you need to figure out yourself. Because, you know, one thing that Patrick Bet-David says, and Andy said it too, because he goes, you know, the 40-car guy is going to turn into the 10-car guy when the market crashes, right? If you're not doing the right things.
Exactly.
Because this is a fake market. This has been a fake market in freight as well. Like, the shitty broker is doing really just as good as the really good broker. Yeah. So when we hit a recession in July, when the GDP goes down again, and July 1st comes, it's like United States is officially in a recession for the first time since 2009 or 2008, whatever it is, and people start freaking out. What then? Your skills are going to set you apart.
Exactly.
Who's the guys that's been going to conferences? Who's the guys that's been doing the training, the sales training? Who's the guys that's been practicing their craft? Who's the guys that's been making the calls? Who's the guys that's been out there doing the podcast? The guys out there marketing their stuff, building their own brand. Those guys, these guys, we're going to be the ones that win.
Absolutely, man, and I can't wait. It's coming, man. And it's the same thing when COVID hit. You know, everybody's going to start panicking again. What are we going to do? We're going to go to work.
Go to war.
We're going to go to war.
That's right. We're going to
going
battle
to war.
test our asses and go
That's
to war.
it, brother.
Well, dude, I had a blast. thank you so much for coming on.
Dude, I appreciate it. I've been on a few podcasts, but man, this is freaking, I'm excited. I appreciate the opportunity, man. It's awesome. And just your story, dude, we've got to get together more often.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what all we build off this.
Well, you're right down the road. So I'm in Saudi is where we work, where our office is, but I have free reign to kind of do whatever. We'll have to start doing like a lunch every couple of weeks or something.
Absolutely.
We got to stay. We have to. This is our promise to each other. You
Okay.
ready? We're going to stay in touch with each other at least once a month, every month, and check in. Hey, how's cars going? Hey, how's freight going? How many you sell? You better than last month?
Mm-hmm.
Like let's be accountability partners in business in
Let's do
Chattanooga,
it.
and then let's try to build a community around that.
Let's do it.
I'm all game for that.
That's freaking awesome, man.
That'd be
It's
freaking
crazy how the man upstairs works, ain't it?
It's wild.
Freaking met each other, and now we're here. And
The universe is a strange place,
Gosh,
man.
you know.
Strange place. Well, how can everybody find you? Give all your social medias out, and
So-
you're gonna give it to Ethan too. But
okay, awesome. So you can find me on Facebook, Jesse Cloud, Jesse Cloud, like cloud in the sky. And you can look me up on Instagram as well. I'm building that one up. Jesse_Cloud9. Jesse_Cloud9. And that's what I'm.
hey guys, if you're in the Chattanooga area, North Georgia, North Alabama, Nashville, Knoxville, if you can drive to this place within a day, you need to come see my boy. Check him out. Get you a car. He's got the deals, those cloud deals, right?
Yeah, cloud deals, best deals.
There you go. All right, guys. Well, hey, that was episode 126, I believe. We're gonna get him back on. This is he's too young. He's too good. We're gonna get him back on. We're gonna start blowing this thing out. And we're gonna find some other people just like you guys to come along for the journey. If you don't want to come along for the journey, get the fuck out of here.
Yeehaw.
All right. So subscribe, like, comment, guys. If you liked anything in this episode, leave a comment below. Let me know what it was you liked. If you didn't like anything, also leave a comment below. Let me know what you didn't like. We'll address both. I'm gonna respond to every single comment that we get. So you leave one, you get in a response. Subscribe, like, Apple, Spotify, hit them all up. Find us. We'll see you next week on episode 127. Chat with Gunner.